Can you guys hear me? I did a recording and I tested my microphone and it worked. So can you guys hear this microphone? Yay or nay? What's the matter?
I clicked load game.
You can! Oh, fantastic! Okay, so now I have to give shout outs. I have to say hello to Jordachi and Rumi and Michael and basically Dad. Woo! Awesome. Okay, well, we have a not sick, but a heavily allergy-ridden child here.
Good news, everyone.
So, what's the deal? Load game. What? Are you on the wrong, you know what? I bet you're in the wrong person. Yeah, you need to go to you. Well, you gotta log out. And you gotta go to you. Oh my gosh. And you gotta go to you. That's why. Ugh. Okay, she probably will join. She just, oh, basically, Dad, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I gotta go back because my microphone is actually on a cord. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We may possibly have her join. I don't know. She's kind of, she wants to play her screens or whatever. And I told her when we kept her home today, so she's not sick anymore. And let me know if I have to adjust the microphone, if it is too loud or if I need to like turn it down or whatever. But she's not sick anymore. She's better after her sinus infection, but she's just so congested, and we found out her allergy meds. So she's old enough to kind of do it on her own as long as I fill the allergy cup up. She has a nose spray she takes, and then I do a nose spray. She has a nose spray, and she has this liquid that she drinks. And she didn't take it for 3 days when she was sick because she was throwing up a little bit, and I didn't want her to throw up that medicine. And so she's better, but she's so congested, and she just constantly has this runny nose, and she's coughing a little bit, and we know it's not germs, we know it's just allergies, but we just feel so badly for her. And we send her to school with a mask, and so she's got this mask on and she's constantly dripping. Her nose is all raw right here. And so I told her I was streaming today, and she was like, okay, well, I want to do my screens. I was like, okay, chances are when she's finished with her screens, she'll probably wander in here, which is fine. I just told her if you're gonna cough, you have to cough like away. But Chandra is also having some allergies. You know what? It's Texas. If you don't have allergies, if you live in Texas for a long amount of time, good for you, because it is totes brutes. It is really brutal. Mine only flare up every once in a while, but Charlotte's, I mean, she's been on allergy meds for how long now? A couple months. She takes them every day. And then we found out her nose spray was empty, and I didn't realize that. I just didn't really think to like check or ask her because I'm busy like bathing Auden. So I'll be like, go take your allergy meds, and I'll hear her, go in there, but nothing was coming out. So she's been getting like half her dose. Anyway, so it's been kind of weird around here, but I just decided, we decided today that we were gonna, that we should probably keep her home because she just doesn't feel great. I mean, she's not sick, but she just doesn't feel super great. So wow, that is a really, oh, I don't want to break that. I gotta like attach this to myself, maybe. And you'll hear Elsa in the background. Okay, I gotta give myself enough microphone to move around the kitchen. Okay, so today, I hope everybody is having a good day. So far, things are relatively good around here. Nose sprays are Kalulu scent. Yes, they are. I've never had allergies bad enough to where I have to use nose sprays, but man, for Charlotte and for Ander, yes, they have been a Kalulu scent indeed. So for today, we are going to be making some cinnamon roll sugar cookie bars with cream cheese frosting, which are literally probably it's probably the best dessert I've ever found in all of Pinterest-dom. Granted, I guess I can't really say I've made everything. I can't say I've made everything on Pinterest, but of all the things I've pinned and all the things I've made on Pinterest, this is the best one. And it's always a hit, always, always, always. I had to change the recipe just a little bit. I think it depends on where you live, with like altitude or whatever. But anyway, that's what we're gonna make today. So I'm gonna take my and forgive me, like my last baking stream, I can't hear alerts. So if I miss something, I am sorry. Why is this wet? How is my voice as opposed to the music? Is it too loud, not loud enough? I've got my oven heating up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the sugar cookie bars, and then while it is, wow. Oh, Charlotte told me to hold this up. It says, Merry Christmas. So this was her contribution. This was her sign. You can hear me very well. Okay, good, good. If I have to turn it down, let me know. So I'm gonna make the sugar cookie bars, and then we'll make the, and then we'll put it in the oven. And then while we put it in, after we put it in the oven, that's when we'll do pretzels. And we'll do pretzels, and we'll do, what's it called? Icing. And then when we pull it out, we'll have to let it cool for just a second before we ice it, and we'll do more pretzels and whatnot. So let's get started. Let's get it started. Okay, I don't know how you guys like baking streams. I didn't really think my camera would really fit over my mixer, so I don't really know how this is all supposed to. Hey, follows, how are you? Merry Christmas! My dad used to have something he used to say. Oh, it was like a Farley thing, and I still have to ask him if I can stream the Farleys. It was like, I can't remember what the beginning of it was, but the second part was Caesar's greasings. Happy, oh shoot, I've got to ask him. But it was like something, the music could be quieter. Okay, I can do that. I can totally do that. I worried about that actually. Did you guys know that when you are adjusting, is that better? I can go lower. I can totally go lower. Yeah, something and Caesar's greasings to you all. That's what I remember. Okay, here's hoping I have all my right measuring cups and spoons, because we've kind of strewn them all over the house for Auden to chew on. So I need 2 and an 1/8 cup of flour. What? Okay. That's right. I did. I made this recipe, and it calls for 2 1/4 cups plus 2 tablespoons of flour. And I one time made it without the extra 2 tablespoons, without realizing it, and it was perfect. And then when I made it like legit and added those 2 tablespoons, it was like crumbly and nasty. So I've kind of perfected it over the last little while. And I only need an 1/8 of a cup of flour. So I'm gonna have to eyeball that. Thorin Oakenshield. I am going to assume that's James. I could be wrong. But if not, we are blessed by the presence of Thorin Oakenshield here today. That is very exciting. Do you guys, wait a minute, is that a Lord of the Rings thing? Am I making that up? That's definitely not a Harry Potter thing. Which, speaking of Harry Potter, I just finished listening to Harry Potter today. And it was bittersweet. It was lovely. I never cried this time. I thought I might. You know what? I'm gonna err on the side of caution and do just a teeny bit underneath a cup, a 1/4 of a cup. Yum, yum. Love the name. Is that a Lord of the Rings thing? Listen, it's been a really long time since I've seen Lord of the Rings. Thorin Oakenshield. Is that a Game of Thrones thing? Oh gosh, see, I'm terrible. James. I knew it! He's the leader of the dwarf band. Okay, so it's a hobbit. Okay, yes, it's a Middle Earth thing. Got it. Excellent. I thought so, but I wasn't really sure. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I guess I'm gonna be going over to that corner a lot. I might as well just pull it all down, but that's okay. I've kind of asked everybody to kind of sort of stay out of the kitchen. We'll see if that actually happens. I don't really know. They did kind of have late breakfasts. I've started eating these overnight oats for breakfast in the morning. I make these cinnamon roll oats with vanilla extract and cinnamon and maple syrup and brown sugar. They're pretty good, I won't lie. They're not like amazing, but they're pretty good. Tablespoon of cinnamon, cornstarch, cinnamon, baking powder, salt, powdered milk. Let me get all that down. Baking powder, salt, powdered milk. Where are you at? Here you are. That's kind of the random ingredient in this is powdered milk. Powdered milk and sour cream. I'm pretty sure there's sour cream. Okay, wait, Game of Thrones, it just gets worse. I'm so sorry. It's true. I shouldn't be able to call myself a Lord of the Rings fan if I will be honest. It's been a long time since I have seen The Hobbit or even read The Hobbit. It's been a really, really long time. So I can't be held completely accountable. Oh shoot, this isn't gonna. I enjoy the Andrew cameos. Yeah, he'll be here. He will be. This is gonna make a mess. Oh, I need an apron. That's what I need. Because I am using cinnamon and I'm wearing a white shirt. And I need to finish 3 books before New Year's to reach your yearly goal. Nice job. I have not paid any attention to what books I have been listening to / reading this year. Although I just started a book called Nothing to See Here, I think. I don't know anything about it, really. I like going into books as blind as I can go because I feel like I enjoy them better when I do that. But sometimes that backfires on me. I don't want to waste any cinnamon if I can help it because it's messy. Messy cinnamon. That was pretty good, Napoleon. Napoleon, you're just jealous that I sit and talk to hot babes online all day. Okay, my dad saw Napoleon Dynamite in New York City before it was released in all the theaters, and he came home and all he kept doing was these weird one-liners from the show, from the movie, and we had never seen it before, so we were like, what are you doing? Like, we don't understand this. And he would crack up, he would do something, and then he would laugh and laugh and laugh, and we would be like, we don't understand, like, this isn't funny to us. My apron reveal, yeah, it's got owls on it. It was a gift. Was Nothing to See Here full of a blank page? Blank pages, yeah. No, apparently it's a story. Apparently, hey, Ander, is there any way you can look in the living room and see if maybe the half teaspoon is anywhere in there? We should have multiples. I have a 4th teaspoon, so I can double up on that, but where's my doctor? You have a half teaspoon? Excellent. Might I recommend Dr. Seuss? Everybody loves Dr. Seuss. Okay, half teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I will not lie, doing this. Who's calling me? Is it Charlotte? Is she like FaceTiming me? Okay, half teaspoon. Streaming and reading a recipe is totally on a different level. Because last time we just did cake balls and I knew what I was doing. This time around I'm like, I actually have to pay attention. So this is a half teaspoon. I get anxiety when I make I follow a recipe and I'm always like, what is it? 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. Okay, good. I got 1 teaspoon. Good. Harry Potter is always good for the soul. I feel like I understood the whole plot line better this time around. Somehow, not that I didn't understand it before, but maybe I had just forgotten some of it. I'm not really sure. But I feel like there were moments where I was like, oh, right, okay, all right, I gotcha. And our search mode reveal. Gosh, freaking idiot. My lips hurt real bad. See, the church's claim to fame, or at least everybody who lived in Utah's claim to fame, was the fact that he was a member of the church. Is a member of the church. I don't know if he still is. I have no idea. But have any of you been to Idaho? Because that's pretty much what it's like. All the tiny little places out in Idaho. Oh yeah, that's kind of what that's. I actually have a friend that grew up in Preston, Idaho, which is where that was filmed. Where did my, oh, there it is. Okay, 3.5 tablespoons powdered milk. I know. Everybody thinks I'm a freaking idiot because of you. I can throw a football over those mountains. It's been so long since I've seen it. I remember seeing it in theaters, and I remember my mom took me, and she was so excited. And she just kept leaning forward in the theater and like watching my reaction. And the whole time I was like, what is this? I am so confused on what I'm watching. I am so confused. And after the movie, she was like, wasn't it great? And I was like, yes, I think so. It was really funny. But it was funny in such an odd way. I don't know, it was wild. But it was a phenomenon, for sure. He went on his mission. No, it was released when he was on his mission for the church. So all he heard were one-liners.
Right after I left.
Oh, it was released right after you left.
Like 2 years.
All he heard was these little one-liners from Napoleon Dynamite. So by the time he actually saw it, he didn't want to. You always preferred Nacho Libre? Really? I never saw Nacho Libre. It didn't really strike a chord with me, but then again, I don't know if I would have seen Napoleon Dynamite if everybody hadn't have been like, oh my gosh, you need to see Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know. I read a giant Robin Hobb book at the moment. 800 pages, wow. That's a big book, oh my gosh. James doubles the sugar, butter, and eggs. That is fantastic. I mean, that's what we all really want to do. I caught you a delicious bass. He did. He tapped, I mean, the church was like, everybody was all super excited that he was a member. He hasn't really been able to do anything since then because he's so typecast. He's tried, but okay. We're gonna whisk all this together. Whisk it. 30 seconds. Oh, only 30 seconds. Whoa. Okay. Does that really matter? Under pressure. To whisk together. Oh my gosh. 30 seconds. Set aside. 30 seconds. Setting aside. Okay, now we have to fit our paddle attachment. Hey, it's Larry! Oh, Larry, I meant to tell you, I tried to send this to you on Twitter, but it didn't work. And I don't want to get stuff on it right now because I have stuff on my hands. But I meant to tell Zoe this last time because she mentioned she just started Bastion. That's actually what my cross stitch is right now. I'm like 3/4 of the way done. After I wash my hands, I'll go grab it. It's right over there on the table. I was trying to take a picture of it and send it on Twitter and it wouldn't go through. Okay, whip together butter, brown sugar, and regular sugar. Okay, so I need 10 tablespoons of butter. Who doesn't need 10 tablespoons of butter? I ask you. Oh, my cord! Oh no, my camera! Oh my gosh. No, I just took all of you guys on a super crazy trip. No, everything's all connected over here. Wow, so sorry. That was crazy. Yeah, it's still working. Wow, that was nuts. So sorry. My bad. It's all connected over here because I have like a USB hub. So when it caught the cord of my microphone, it pulled everything over. Sorry. My bad, everybody. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 8. James doubles the butter. That sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah, I knew you saw that.
We'll do a little Bubs cameo. Little Bubby. Yeah, sorry. Olympus has fallen. Whee! Sorry. There she was! There's a baby! Sometimes he'll do that to me when she's just out of the bath and I'm streaming and he'll open the door and just stick her butt into my room. Makes me laugh. Okay, I'm not gonna walk all the way over to the, I guess I can put this away. I need to clean as I go, or else it'll stress me out. Okay, butter, 2/3 cup packed light brown sugar. 1/3 cup. I took everybody for a ride. There's more where that came from. Where's my, oh, there it is. Remember when Scarambo told me my kitchen looked very American? I was like, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna take that as a compliment though. I don't know what that means. Oh, he said something about the microwave being on top of the stove. Do any of you guys have 2 ovens? We don't have 2 ovens. Lots of my friends back in Austin had 2 ovens. 2/3 of a cup. Okay. Wow. I guess I can do this under the camera. I don't know if this is something you guys want to see. That's more for pretzels, honestly. Duh. Right now, it's just butter. Yay! Hooray for butter. Okay, and then 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. So we keep our sugar in like a huge, gigantic bucket in our pantry. Is that that's a cup? Okay. Okay, wait. You only need to see 1 episode of House Hunters International to understand American kitchen. Okay, yeah, if you guys see clip-worthy moments, go for it. Okay, Russ, which do I enjoy most, cooking or baking? Baking. I do not like cooking. I used to like cooking when I didn't have to do it every single day, multiple times a day. When I became a stay-at-home mom, I suddenly didn't like cooking anymore. But I do love baking. I really love baking. I don't stream baking that often. It's kind of a special event thing. I mostly stream games, but I just finished a game last stream, so I thought this would be a good time to hang out in my kitchen. Let me grab some sugar. Some sugar. Some sweet, sweet sugar. For our wedding, we got these giant buckets of sugar and flour. And it was honestly a really, really great present. I was really surprised. We used it all. It was great. But then, because I was working full time and all that stuff, I didn't have a lot of time to bake. So the flour ended up getting like, what are they, Weebles or whatever in it. But for the sugar, This is sweet. No washing machine in the kitchen. That is true. No washing machine. Okay, brown sugar and granulated sugar until pale and fluffy. Should I be recording this stream? I feel like it's kind of crazy. Come on, horsepower. Did you guys know that 1 horse equals the power of 15 1 horsepower? No, 1 horse equals 15 horsepower. That's so lame. Okay, wait. No washing machine, 2 kitchen sinks and a pot filler are game changers. We house sat for a client of mine years ago that had a pot filler. That was really, really nice. They also had 2 ovens. They lived in this big giant like $1 million house. And it was actually, I was 8 months pregnant with Charlotte and we got to stay in this like Italian style kind of big giant villa style house for a month. Whole month of August. I had my own pool. It was amazing. It was really, really amazing. My reaction to Farmville. I mean, think about it. A Metroid based Farmville game where you can like raise little Metroids and like accessorize them. I would be down with that. How much ketchup? I'm not one of those ketchup lovers. Ander! Get some butter out of the butter bucket. Get some butter out of the butter bucket. Oh, baking always makes such a mess. We're waiting for this to be pale and fluffy. I mean, it is kind of pale. Fluffy, I would not say fluffy. Scraping down sides and bottom of bowl occasionally. Okay, stop. I don't want my hand ripped off. Probably should have softened that butter, but it didn't say to soften it. Did it? Nope, no. Softened. Son of a biscuit. Gee, dang it. Well, I used ketchup for our dinner tonight. We don't have any tomato paste. Listen, that's the sign of a good cook, is being able to, like, you know, make things do what you gotta do. Make things, you know, substitute. Amelia Bedelia, you know, pinch of this, pinch of that. I'm actually wondering, no, I can't do that. I was gonna say, throw this bowl in the microwave, but it's metal. Self, don't do that. Who wants to lick the batter? When I'm done. That'll be for C prime. Okay, I think we're gonna add eggs next. Add in eggs, 1 at a time, mixing until combined after each addition. Okay, careful self opening the fridge. 2 eggs, yeah? Yes. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I should have had my camera over this, but I didn't know how to do that because my thing isn't long enough. I need to get a new boom arm thing for white grape juice instead of wine. Brilliant. That's so brilliant. I like it. I like it a lot. No, that's high. Okay. How many of you can crack an egg with one hand? Because I cannot. I also just have tiny hands. I think that's part of why I cannot. It's teeny hands. My hands are small. I wear a size 4 ring. I have very, very small hands. Here, Larry. There's your ketchup. Maybe if we were cooking. No, I don't add ketchup even to the stuff I'm cooking. Ketchup is for dipping, man. Slowly, slowly. Scrape the sides. What else do we need? Sour cream and vanilla. We buy the giant things of sour cream because we eat it so often. And actually, before I married Ander, I'd never touched sour cream. The idea of eating sour cream was just disgusting to me. I remember once my mom actually made some mashed potatoes and they were really, really good. And I remember saying, these are so good. What did you do to make these mashed potatoes so good? And she was like, I added sour cream. And I immediately put my fork down and pushed the plate away. I had literally just said it was good. And just because she said sour cream, I was like, nah, I don't want it anymore. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Larry's having an existential crisis. That's awesome. To crack an egg with one hand, you typically crack it on the edge of the bowl. But according to experts, we've got egg cracking experts, it's not good because that method has a higher risk of incorporating egg shell into the food. That actually makes sense. Pan-cooked cornbread with ketchup? Have I tasted buttermilk? I have not, only in stuff. I don't have that big of guns. Though these are better than what they used to be. I feel, like I said, I've been exercising and like doing exercises and weight training and stuff for months now. And I feel like the only place I've ever seen any sort of change is my biceps. I do my biceps and my triceps, and then I do my thighs, my inner and outer thighs. I don't feel like I've seen any changes anywhere except my biceps. So at least there's that. Yay. I was told it is better to do more reps with less weight. So I use 2 pounds, no lies, I use 3 pounds and I'm up to, I do 60, no. 66 a day. I do 2 sets. And I do the same for my, I do, no, 64. And I do the same thing with my triceps, but I don't feel like my triceps have, I don't feel like they've, back when I was in high school, I did weight training, and I actually remember noticing the most when my triceps started getting super toned, because I'd stand around and I would like I could feel it when I flexed, and it was so, like I can kind of feel it, I guess. No. Also, my arms do weird things. My arms can bend funny. Ander thinks that's gross. I remember waking up one morning and stretching in the mirror and seeing my arms bend down at awkward angles. And I was like, "Wah!" And I ran to my mom and I said, Mom, look at my arms. And she goes, oh, that's fine. Mine do those too. Mine do that too. Ander thinks it's disgusting. You heard women have denser muscle fibers? Maybe that's true. I don't know, man. All I know is muscle definition gives women curves. I've only eaten buttermilk in like recipes. I've never actually like eaten buttermilk, drank buttermilk. I don't really like milk at all anyway. So the idea of drinking buttermilk kind of makes me sick. Just sounds nasty. Sour cream. Scrambled eggs with ketchup. Ander, did you used to eat sour cream with ketchup? I'm sorry, scrambled eggs. Wow, I can read. Scrambled eggs. I'm using sour cream.
I've never been that Idaho.
You've never been that Idaho? Savage. Basically, Dad eats scrambled eggs with ketchup.
He needs to grow some hair on his chest.
Ander eats his scrambled eggs with hot sauce. Tapatio. That's the way he rolls. Curvy muscles? I don't know. I mean, aren't muscles kind of always curvy? Kind of in a way. Hi, sweet girl. Little cutie patoot. Half teaspoon of vanilla. That's what we need. Half teaspoon right here. Half teaspoon. I just hear muscle, like working your muscles is particularly good for women. I'm not really sure why that is. So I started doing it like months ago, but like I said, I just I don't feel like I've seen any results and I'm super salty about it. Is he talking smack? Come up here to Dallas and say it to my face. Ander, we need to go to the Dallas temple. Reverence. A question for me about grist. Ask away. I was thinking about when I get some time doing a 5-minute clip highlights video from your past streams that you could run as your pre-stream. You know what? Wait a minute, pre-stream. Oh, so you mean instead of my starting soon screen? Because I'm working on a channel trailer. I'm a perfectionist, so. Yeah, come look. Come look, Bubs. So like, or say this, maybe put the stream starting soon and the timer like up above and do like a pre-stream, because that is a great idea. Fights against osteoporosis in women. That actually makes sense. Yeah, basically Dad says, come on up to Dallas and say that to my face. Maybe we'll go to breakfast and he can get hot sauce on his eggs and you can get ketchup on yours.
Gift him a bottle of hot sauce.
And he will bring a bottle of hot sauce. Okay. With mixer set on low speed, slowly add in dry ingredients and mix until just combined. Until just combined. Oh, this is the one where I have to actually butter my hands. I forgot about that. Okay. Let me, what am I looking for? I'll use this. All right, dry ingredients. You know what? I need to do some scrapage. I am working on a channel trailer and I actually wonder if it has too many clips in it. If my clips are too short and it has too many, it can only be a minute. But there's so many great clips of like dancing, and Metroid Dread had a lot of really great moments, like the counters and stuff. But I also kind of want to show like the types of games I play. So I wanted to add like some Little Nightmares, some grist. I wanted to add like a cameo from Baby Girl, cameo from Charlotte, baking. You know, I wanted to kind of showcase everything, but at the same time, maybe my clips are too many and there are too many and they're too short. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Brings his own hot sauce? Snob. No, he won't bring his own hot sauce. He's saying he's gonna bring you hot sauce. He's gonna give it to you as a gift. From us to you. From Ander to you. Because it doesn't matter to me. Shh. Let people enjoy things. However, how do we feel about ketchup on steak? How do we feel about ketchup on streak? Ketchup on steak? No. Maybe when I was a kid.
I did put ketchup on steak
when we were like 7. Maybe.
probably 5 to 7 years old.
Okay, I need to read Larry's question about grist. Now that you've gone through grist, would you consider knowing what the metaphor is a spoiler, given that no explanation of it is part of the game? You know what? I was actually just thinking about that the other day because I was kind of nervous about spoilers, but honestly, I'm grateful. I knew, because I didn't know anything about the game. I didn't know anything about the gameplay. I didn't know what it was about. And I'm actually grateful I knew what the metaphor was, because I don't know if I really would have understood it otherwise. So after playing it, no, I don't believe it was a spoiler. However, I think that is enough. And then like while I was playing it and everything, that was enough for me. And it was like, okay, this makes sense now. This is a metaphor for grief. And I actually think somebody said one thing that said something like, this is the anger stage, so you're crashing, you're like destroying stuff or whatever. That was helpful as well, because I was like, okay, so this level is like a okay, all right, I get it. I don't feel like it spoiled it for me. That was just enough, because the game in and of itself is so gorgeous. I actually was just listening to the soundtrack yesterday in the car and I started to cry again. I don't even really know why, other than the fact that it's just beautiful music, and it hit me really hard somewhere. I don't really know exactly why. I know I'm not the only person that it's done that to, I'm sure, but that was just enough. Now, if I'd known like what each stage like was like or whatever, I don't know. For me, that was just enough. Because looking back on it, I really don't know if I would have completely understood what the whole thing was about. Like, it was beautiful and it was great, but I was kind of like, I don't know if I would have really understood this had I just gone in 100% not having a clue what the metaphor was. That being said, I don't know, but that's true, yes. Oh, that was you? Yeah, I was asking if I was supposed to be. Hey, Scorpio! Welcome, welcome! Scorpio's here, working and lurking. I thought it was fine. When I go into games blind, I try not to know exactly what the storyline is. It's the same way with books. I really try to go in without knowing anything about the story at all. But when it's a kind of an obscure thing like that, that worked for me. That was fine for me. I mean, I was gonna play the game anyway, but I will be honest, had I like read, this game is a metaphor for grief, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. My battery's running low. Oh my gosh, what? Oh. Crisis averted. I thought it was plugged in. It was supposed to be plugged in, but the little charger thing had come out of the actual computer. The music is so gorgeous. I know, like I said, I sat and cried in my car yesterday. Auden and I went out to run an errand or something, and you know what it actually made me think of? It made me think of the grief I went through and the huge upheaval that was moving from Austin to here and giving up my job and all my clients and what I really, really love to do, and literally having to completely reinvent myself and figure out what my purpose was, what I was gonna do with my time. And you guys have kind of watched that happen. You know, I went through wanting to do lashes from home and wanting to do all these different things, and none of them have really worked except this. And I finally realized this is what I want to spend my time doing as much as I can, you know. But you guys have kind of watched that, and you guys watched me go through a pregnancy, and you know, Twitch Sings was kind of around the time that I had my miscarriage. And then of course, last year with my mom being here and everything, I mean, that's really what it made me think of. And you know what? It was the song when you very first get into the forest. And I just broke down in the car. I was just crying and crying and crying. Half because it made me think of all those things and those feelings, and half because it was just beautiful. And I did Google what Fleur told me to Google. I Googled the, like the live in concert. I would give almost anything to see that in concert. Zoe has a special relationship with Chris. It definitely hits different when you don't know until the end. I agree. I have not seen what the physical copies of Gris are going for. I don't buy physical copies of anything because I don't have to leave the comfort of my house. I can just download things. And you're gonna go see a Texas band. I would ask which band, but let's be honest, I don't know Texas bands. I've been listening to the same music on my phone since I was like, since before we moved to Texas. Okay, this is almost done. It is heckin' thick. Heckin'. I won't lick that just yet. I almost did, but I will not. I will refrain. Okay, I need to butter this. Before I do that though, I need to make sure I've got enough cord so I can go wash my hands because I forgot I needed to butter my hands. This gives you a really, really long cord. Yeah. Can I wash my hands? Oh yeah. Okay. I have a little bit of like, you know what? Hold on. I need to soften it just a little bit. Blue October. I know who Blue October is, right? Do I? Gosh, I don't even know. I've been playing through Final Fantasy XIV from start to end, just finished, up to date, 2 days ago, and it probably has the greatest story of all the Final Fantasy VII. It's so darn good. Okay, wait a minute. Is Final Fantasy XIV the one that you have to pay a subscription to play? Because some guy I go to church with who literally only wants to talk video games whenever he and I get a chance to, whenever we're like near each other, he just wants to ask me about video games. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. He told me he was playing a Final Fantasy game. And I can't remember which one he said, but he said it was the best one, story-wise. But I can't remember which one it was. The MMO, okay, that's the same one, yeah. And I was like, dude, I gotta be honest with you, I don't want to play a game I have to pay a subscription for. And he was like, well, it's an MMO. Okay, secret, I don't know what an MMO means. I don't know. So you can tell me while I'm giving this baking dish a rub down. Gris is Spanish, so the pronunciation would be like the movie Grease. I can't roll my R's, but that's what Andrew said earlier today, because Charlotte was asking me about it. She was asking me like, well, what do you do? Why is this the thing? Why? And then I told her, I said, well, it's kind of like a story about a girl who lost someone, and she's so sensitive, her eyes got really glassy, and she was like, who did she lose? And I was like, I don't know, actually. I'm not really sure. I will be honest, I kind of am sad that ending scene is only if you get all the stuff. I thought it was important enough to include in the story altogether. Massively multiplayer online. Wow. Wow. Okay. Massively multiplayer. That's not what I would have thought, but that makes sense, actually. But he said the same thing. He said it was the best Final Fantasy story or whatever. And once again, I'm replaying the Final Fantasy VII remake, and there are more things about it that are bothering me this time around than the first time I played it. Maybe the first time I played it, I was kind of gaga and googly-eyed over it because I was like, oh my gosh, look at Cloud, he's amazing. And he still looks amazing. But I am finding myself irritated with more things. I still like the fighting, but I just find myself kind of like, just not jibing with stuff. They did Hate Me and Into the Ocean. I think I do recognize those songs. What are the chances? The statue is his mother. Whose mother? Oh, the girls in Gris? See, we were debating whether if it was mother or sister. We weren't really sure. I can play the free trial. What's it on? Do you have to play it on a PC? Or is it on like PlayStation? Because I definitely do not have a gaming PC. That is for shizzle my nizzle. Okay. Let's get this in her. Ander, do you want to lick the thing? Of course you do. It's here. Oh, give her some. This is the good. And her arm reveal. This stuff's good, but you add the cream cheese frosting on the top. Perfection. Come on. We got lots of nice thick batter. I think we have managed to figure out Auden is not allergic to peanuts or eggs. Yay! She's at that age now where I'm just sitting her in the high chair and just giving her like little pieces of banana, little pieces of toast, little pieces of pasta, you know. And she does okay. She doesn't love the texture. Oh yeah, this stuff is so sticky. Probably why they wanted me to add more flour, but I'll just butter up my hands again. Because I'd rather have a dense sugar cookie bar than a crumbly one. Honestly, playing this remake is just making me want to play the original one. Because I'm like, oh no, you got it all wrong. That's not what happens. Weird cloaks. Okay. Weird. Oh, I can't spoil it. There are people that haven't played it yet. Also, I was not impressed with Sephiroth's voice acting. I was really, really, really disappointed, actually. I was like, you have one of the biggest antagonists out of, you know, the RPG generation, and you're gonna, really? I was really disappointed. Okay, well, I do have a PS4. Needs more sour cream. I have actually never tried the Bit Trip series. Are you talking about the little robot? Because I see that periodically in are we talking about the same thing? I see that periodically in the Switch store. It's always on sale. But there are like a ton of, there are like a ton of them, aren't there? Am I thinking of the right thing? With C. Prime Borman, the don't expose them to anything ever stage of medicine, my middle child got caught up in it. My youngest, the doc basically said, do whatever except honey. Yeah, we just followed Baby 411. And Baby 411 was like, we gave her medicine whenever we felt like she needed medicine. We weren't worried about anything like that. I don't know. Is she eating it, Ander? Does she like it? It's too much. Imagine drinking formula and then suddenly getting a bite of this. I mean, we're certainly not opposed to medications, but I obviously don't want to give Charlotte medications when she doesn't need them. But we weren't really like super weirded out about medicine or whatever. I played Sephiroth, my bad. You know, I know the actor, not personally, clearly. I know the actor that plays Sephiroth, and he would not have been my pick. I was kind of surprised. He's so menacing, and he's so creepy looking, and then he's kind of a letdown with his voice. And I hate to say it, his writing, his lines don't make sense. I don't know. I was disappointed. I was like, you had one job. Sephiroth is supposed to be menacing and frightening and terrifying. I don't know. See my sticky hands? I know you can't see this whole thing, but okay. Well, James, I am kind of adding extra butter. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Nope, nice. It is not even. Yeah, come to think of it, it's probably not supposed to be quite this sticky, but it makes for a really dense, awesome sugar cookie bar. And it's good for your skin. Rub some butter on your hands, you know, every once in a while. It's moisturizing. Lots of fat. You really want to do your favor for your skin on your hands, go carve a pumpkin. Pumpkin enzymes are so good for your skin. Pay attention next time you carve a pumpkin. Pay attention to how your hands feel after you wash all the pumpkin stuff off. Was it Russell Crowe? It was not. The only thing I know this guy from is actually Teen Wolf. I went through a slight Teen Wolf phase years ago. My sister was really into it. So I watched it for 3 seasons, and it was kind of like just eye candy. Lots of pretty boys running around in woods. I don't know. The first season was kind of laughable, but it did get better. And the acting was relatively good, but after season 3, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. Okay, so that is the Bit Trip series, because they're always on sale, and I always see them, and I think they look fun. I don't know, I'll have to try them. Okay, now we need pretzels. Actually, hold on, before we do that. Six ounces cream cheese, 6 tablespoons of butter, softened. How many tablespoons is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I just used some of that. It'll probably be fine. 6 tablespoons of butter, half teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 to 2.5. Okay, I'm gonna have to do just a little bit of rinsing. Oh, that bowl is. Oh, Ander, can you wash this for me, please? That's clean. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. And then this and this and all these can go in the sink. Oh, and that also needs to be washed. That needs to be washed. Okay, let me get some wax paper. Oh, no. I'm gonna use that for icing. Ah! Okay, I need pretzels and I need shortening. Doza Vander. They're a lot of fun. Added bonus, if you put them in order on your home screen, it makes one big connected picture. That's awesome. That's great. Okay. All right, we're gonna add just a little bit of shortening here to make it kind of a more dippable. If you could wash that bowl and that spatula and that cup, measuring cup, that would be stupendous. You want the chocolate, if you're dipping anything like pretzels or cake balls or whatever, you want it to kind of run off of the fork. And this kind of drip like off the fork. These sound effects are awesome. Oh, 6 ounces of Vander. I thought that's a dose. Dose. I'm always terrified I'm gonna add too much because if you add too much, then it's too runny and watery. And that is a bad situation. My grandma used to make chocolate covered pretzels at Christmas every year. So my mom made chocolate covered pretzels at Christmas every year. And my dad got this brilliant idea when we were kids. I think I've told this story on stream before, but when we were kids, we would wake up, you know, crack of dawn, before the crack of dawn to open our presents. My dad got so tired of us waking up at 3 a.m. because we didn't even really sleep. So the night before on Christmas Eve, we made tons of chocolate covered pretzels and then we put them all in little individual bags. Ooh, I think that's good. And then we went around to their neighborhood and we went to church with all the people that were in our neighborhood. So we knew everybody. Say what? Because that's Utah. And everybody you go to church with is like in your same neighborhood. The church's congregations are based on geographical boundaries. And so with so many members in Utah, it's pretty much a given that most of the people you go to church with are just gonna be your block. Yeah, basically. Hey, Anders, she has a Christmas ornament, just FYI. A Christmas ornament, just FYI. And so we knew everybody that was on our block and a couple blocks down. So my dad would troop us all out of the house and we would carol all Christmas Eve. And we would drop these little gifts off to all the, you know, every house we went to, we would carol, and then we would drop these little bags of pretzels or peanuts, little groups of peanuts or whatever. And he like marched us into the ground. We walked around our whole, like multiple blocks. We sang. We didn't get home until like 9:30, something like that. Night Sky, how are you? How's it going? We're about to make some chocolate covered pretzels. Okay, do you guys want to see the dipping or do you want to see the pretzels on the thing? You know what I mean.
As soon as the dishes that I need you to dry immediately.
Get to the towel.
First.
Why do I need to dry these immediately? You just want an excuse to say that. I am gonna need this. Oh, he doesn't want to wash. That's funny. Dipping? Okay. Like school districts, yes. So by the time we made it home, we were exhausted and we slept. My dad never had to wake up at 3 a.m. for us to open presents ever again. Pretty brilliant, actually. Okay, so we're gonna throw a couple pretzels in here. I just use a fork. Try to make sure there aren't any little holes, like little plate spots where the chocolate has kind of. Boop. So chocolate covered pretzels are a huge tradition in my family. My mom used to make chocolate covered like peanut clusters, but those were never as good. I could eat my body weight in chocolate covered pretzels. Nice guy says yum. Hey, D. Scheidler! How are ya? Bake little Metroids? I guess if you're really, really using your imagination, pretzels can kind of, no, they can't. No, that was last time. And I actually was gonna go through and make a how-to video on how to make Metroid cake balls, but then I realized I had music playing in the background, and for me to cut and like paste a video and edit a video together, it would have been so awkward with the music like all cut up in weird places, so I never did it. I should probably do another one where I don't have background music so I can actually post a tutorial, because I think people would be down with that. It's good, yeah. It's even better with the cream cheese frosting. Yeah. Dipping. Our district is open choice. It is bad situation. Ooh. I thought Charlotte was gonna go to, you know, she was supposed to go to one school, and then all of a sudden they were like, surprise, we're building a new elementary school, and that's the school you're zoned for. So she's going to this new elementary school. So far, I think it's been fine. I think some people are being a little hard on them. They're a new school. There are gonna be kinks. There are gonna be things they have to work out. Overall, I actually think they're doing quite well for being a brand new school. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. We haven't had any problems. We get about an email a week talking about COVID cases, but we've never been contacted by anybody saying, hey, we believe your child was directly exposed. I don't know. I love chocolate covered pretzels, and I only do white chocolate. Milk chocolate is okay, but I think the white chocolate adds an extra like flavor. I thought you were gonna say he guarded the presents all night in a rocking chair using the Book of Mormon as a weapon. Oh no, he wanted to sleep. And then when we got older, we redid our basement. Our basement had this ugly orange shag carpet. I did not set a timer on those sugar cookie bars. Gee dang it, we're gonna have to check them. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes, please.
10 minutes, starting now.
And once we redid the basement, we had a TV down there and all our game systems were down there. And then my dad was like, shoot, here are all your snacks. Here's a bunch of crap. You got a bathroom down here. You got your games down here. You can wake up at whatever time you want. Just don't come upstairs and wake me up. And that worked great. That was awesome, because then it was just like a huge sleepover / party downstairs, and we could stay up as late as we wanted, and we could sleep, you know, wake up whenever we wanted. But coming up the stairs would lead directly into the living room, and that would have spoiled all the presents, so we weren't allowed to come upstairs at all, because there was no way to hide the presents. So we stayed downstairs, but we had everything we needed. And then I remember when I very first slept until like, I don't know, 8 or 9 Christmas morning, and I was like, I don't think I'm a kid anymore. Because I just wasn't, it didn't feel the same that year. Somebody was shaking me awake. They were like, Susie, it's like 9 o'clock. But granted, we'd stayed up until who knows how long. We are not only going to dip these guys, we are also going to decorate them with red and green chocolate. Excuse me, candy melts. Is she drinking water? Nice. Pretzels. Oh, they were Metroid cake balls. Yeah, they were. They were Metroid cake balls. That was the whole reason we did it, was because I had just finished Metroid. Oh no! I loved Metroid Dread. It's fantastic. Definitely my favorite Metroid game. My sister has hauled through it, and I've heard very little. She loves it though. She's really enjoying it. Also, I like to use these little mini twists. Anything bigger and they don't taste quite right, and I don't like to use the sticks because sticks. My wife does not like white chocolate. I mean, it's kind of just basically lard. So let's call it what it is. It just tastes better with the pretzels. I don't have anything against milk chocolate, but it just tastes better with the salty and the sweet. There's just something about it. One year I had a birthday party. I planned this big birthday party. I think it was my 25th birthday party because I felt like it was kind of a big deal. It was 25. I had all these people from my church congregation, and I invited a couple clients, and I did it on a Saturday night, and I did it at a friend's house because I knew I wouldn't have room to accommodate all the people at my apartment and everything. And so I did it at this friend's house, and I made this giant bowl of chocolate covered pretzels, white chocolate covered pretzels. And I think 2 people showed up, and I ate the entire bowl of chocolate covered pretzels by myself over the following week as a pity party that nobody came to my birthday. I was really, really hurt. But I also think part of the problem was I didn't have kids at the time, and I planned it on a Saturday night, and I invited like couples, but nobody was gonna go find a babysitter and pay a babysitter to come to somebody's birthday party. I should have just invited the ladies. Leave your husbands home. Come party with me. Come eat lots of food. Some green, red, and white chocolate. You could make some Metroid pretzels. That is true. I do still have that leftover like pale green chocolate. So I ate all the white chocolate pretzels myself over the following week. I was so depressed. I don't really plan parties like that anymore because I'm always disappointed. And it's not because I don't think I have friends or whatever. I think it's really just because my expectations are really high, and I don't know. I've just kind of learned over the years that there's that mentality of like, oh, there are going to be plenty of people there. I won't be missed. But if everybody thinks that, nobody goes. And that's actually what one of my friends told me the next day at church. She was like, yeah, I thought about going, but I thought, there are going to be so many people there. So I didn't go. And I kind of laughed, and I was like, actually, nobody came. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't say it was okay because I hate that mentality. It's like, you got an invite. If you can go, you should go. Unless there's something that's come up or you legitimately don't feel like socializing or whatever. But she was just so flippant about it. And I was like, actually, there were like hardly any people here. Should go as Farmer Samus for Halloween next year. Carry a little Metroid in a cage. We got invited to a movie with friends who also have kids, and our kids weren't invited. I was like, we watch each other's kids. Why would you do this? That is a terrible, terrible thing to do to somebody. What the heck, man? Doesn't make any sense. This is visual ASMR, maybe? I don't know. Maybe the camera isn't close enough. Ander? Are you giving her a bottle? Okay. Ander watches King of the Hill while he feeds her. Brilliant. Ah. I think I'm gonna fill up this pan I'll check my my stuff. My cookie bars. As if I need sugar cookie bars in my fridge. Oh my gosh. Andest. I should start calling him that. Andest. That's great. Rumi, 5Kez is almost a year. Is he a year? When was he born? His birthday's next week, right? Or is it this week? I can't quite remember. I just remember Rumi was kind of MIA for a little while last year, and I was like, I have these suspicions. And sure enough, he turned up one day and was like, surprise, we had a baby, early, really early. Cute little pumpkin doodle. I want to eat one right now. Man, I tell you what, that watching TV is okay. Man, I tell you what, that watching TV is a pro move while feeding the baby, man. Man, I tell you what, that watching TV is a pro move while feeding the baby, man. Dang on. My favorite line of Boomhauer's is when he jumps off of a cliff. He does some cliff diving. He jumps off the cliff and he goes, shoot, what does he say? He says something like, Geronimo, dang old. It's my favorite line. King of the Hill was very underrated. I didn't realize it was canceled. It had a lot of seasons. I thought it like completely ran its course, but it didn't. It was canceled, and I'm kind of surprised because it is so funny and it's so cleverly written. But then again, back when it was like actually on TV, I didn't ever watch it because I was turned off by the animation and I knew it was by the same guys that did Beavis and Butthead. And so of course I thought it's gonna be a lot like Beavis and Butthead. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. So I never saw my first King of the Hill episode until Andrew and I were married. And he was watching it one day and I think I was listening. You know, he was watching it and I was doing something else. And I was like, I found myself laughing and I was so surprised because I did not expect King of the Hill to be that funny. It's very clever, very well written. Andrew tells me, I am more like Hank than you realize. Hank has a lot more time on his hands than Andrew does, but if Andrew had a lot more time on his hands, he would be a lot more like Hank, apparently. I find that very funny. I didn't. Hey Larry, thank you. Yes, we need to talk about recording. Hope I didn't miss him. No ketchup today. I could drizzle these with ketchup. That is a dessert abomination. Oh no, I have 2 pretzels left. I don't have any room for. Oh, there's my timer. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yeah. We're in the seasons now where Tom Petty does the voice of Lucky in King of the Hill. Oh, I have 2 left. Oh, okay, hold on. Alexa, stop, please. Move. I don't want to singe my lashes. I've done that before. They're synthetic. So they will like curl up if they get burned. Perfectamente bien. Perfect. Okay, we have our pretzels. So I'm going to, I should probably let them dry before I drizzle them. Can I put them anywhere in le fridge? Yes. throw them in there for a minute. Ah. Will they fit? Please bless, Kalulu. Yes. Okay. Okay. I have way more chocolate, obviously. Oh, do I have 3? No, I just have 2. I'll just set a teeny little piece of wax paper over here on the counter. These 2 little bros. Boop, boop. It's not Christmas until we make chocolate-covered pretzels. Boop. Don't want to waste them. Okay. So now we need to make our icing. Kalulu loves you. Next Sunday. Oh, I missed that. Okay. So that's what, the 19th? 18th? 18th, I think. Our church Christmas party is on the 17th. Is that a Friday night or a Saturday night? I can't remember. I'm singing at it, so I should know this. Okay. So we need 6 ounces of cream cheese. This is softened. And tomorrow night is Charlotte's little like Christmas concert. It's gonna be super cute. Provided she's feeling well enough. Cream cheese is the best. Don't mind if I do. Add in 4 minutes. I'm gonna start calling you Andist. Andist. That's right, no Andy. No Andy. Let me put this back in my double boiler, my crock pot. My favorite is when people just call you where you're from. Andrew had a coworker at Outback Steakhouse years ago. He used to just call him Utah. Hey, Utah. Yes, Seth. Yeah, it was a childish, dumb thing to do, but hey, Utah. I don't know if anybody's called me Utah. I do remember working at, what? Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. Wait. Whip together cream cheese and butter. So pale and fluffy. I need that paddle attachment. Is that in the family room? I can wash that. Okay. Yep, I am. Got it. My hands are messy. Oh, it's right there. Hallelujah. Colaloo. Oh, baby is angry. I feel that way too when I'm hungry. I'm washing a paddle attachment, y'all. Washing a paddle attachment. There she is. Hi, sweet girl. Hi. We are 9 months old today. Ander and Munchkin reveal. See her little. So cute. I made that. I make pretty babies, but they take like my lifeblood out of me. Oh, I get so sick when I get pregnant. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. Whenever I meet a woman that has like 7 babies and she's like, yeah, no, I don't get sick at all. I'm like, man, have 10 babies. Do that for the rest of us. They can't. Because wow. Oh yeah, softened. Half teaspoon of vanilla. Stir in vanilla. Slowly add in powdered sugar. Can we all agree that cream cheese frosting is the best frosting? Best. There's gonna be an ad in about a minute and I apologize. Ads do nothing for me but allow me to stream on Twitch. I totally missed this. I'm sorry. Larry's gone now, but was Larry talking about doing some sort of 5-minute pre-roll for my starting soon screen? Is that what he was talking about? I need a carrot cake in my life. You know what? I love carrot cake, but I love moist carrot cake without actual little strips of carrot in it. And the best carrot cake I've ever had in my life was actually made with carrot baby food. Woo! Oh my gosh, Floor! I'm so happy you're here! Oh, Jordachi, you gifted one. Oh, sweet. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I'm just making up dances. I can't, what is that one? Oh, I can't do that. Oh, that's the best I can do. I am not a robot. I'm not a popper and locker. Thank you so much, Jordachi. That was so kind of you. 'Tis the season. I put my Christmas lights up last night. My Christmas lights on my Christmas tree anyway, and I kind of did them wrong and they're kind of too close to the middle, so it just looks like a Christmas tree light pyre. I don't know if I'm gonna actually redo them or I'm super salty about it. I thought I have done Christmas lights so many times in my life and I don't know what I was thinking last night. Scraping down sides. This means Floor doesn't have to watch any ads. Yeah! Yay for subscriptions and not having to watch ads. Yes. This is a good situation. Stir in vanilla. Okay. Can we agree that vanilla is one of vanilla extract is one of the most delicious smelling things in the whole wide world, but like taking a sip of it would be just terrible. It's bad. I was not completely paying attention to the pre-stream suggestion. Yeah, he suggested I put together a 5-minute highlight reel, basically for I assume he meant for my starting screen, which actually does kind of make sense. You know, my starting screen is kind of boring. But I also am working on making a channel trailer, and so I don't know if that's like too much. I don't know. Who loves powdered sugar? Okay, do you guys ever eat scones? Like fried bread? Fried little like scony scones? With powdered sugar on them. I have a sneaking suspicion that what I think is a scone is different than what a scone actually is. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. We used to eat what's called, what I was always told was called Navajo tacos as a kid. And we would build tacos on fried bread. And they were really good. And my mom would always make extra scones so we could have them like as dessert. And the other day, we actually did an activity with all the ladies in my church congregation. And we did chips and chili. So we had everybody either bring like a dip and chips or chili. And my mother-in-law brought scones that she makes with her homemade bread recipe. Heaven, I'm in heaven. I've seen it done. It gets repetitive. Same with the intro video. After the first time, it's just not really worth watching. I actually agree. I can see that getting really old. Like, it's great for people that are new or that haven't been by very often or whatever, but if you're one of those that comes to hang out with me pretty much every time I stream, I love you and adore you, and that would get really, really old. I totally agree. I would say, maybe I should make a new one every week. Right. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't no way. Ain't that just the way? Okay, I'm gonna add another cup because I'm pretty sure when I do this, 2.5 to 3 cups. I don't like it too completely outrageously sweet. There is such thing as too much. It's rare, but it's possible. I have seen a few intros, and yeah, I think it would get kind of old. People would be able to like quote it. The channel trailer is cool. Yeah, I have been kind of obsessing over it. I don't think I need to obsess over it that much. I want it to be perfect. I need to record a voiceover for it. I wrote this little blurb about streaming and what it means to me. But like I said, I feel like I have a lot of clips in there, and I wonder if they're too short and I have too many, and if I should pick clips that are a little longer and have less of them. Okay. I'm so frustrated. The one gift we were gonna get for C Prime sold out. Now I don't know what to do. And I feel like I had an opportunity to buy it and I didn't. And now I'm screwed. Ugh. Yeah. I actually saw the ad on Instagram. Instagram has gotten me twice this past month. Instagram, Insta ads. Okay, I'm gonna taste this. I think it can use just a teeny bit more sugar, but only a little bit. It's this little robot unicorn. You build it and then you can program it to like move around. I was really excited about it. And it's sold out. They have a dinosaur one, but ugh, I'm so salty about it because I really think it was legitimately just my fault. That's one of the really biggest reasons I won't do full Santa if I ever have kids. Yeah, we decided Santa gifts are kind of like, I don't want to say mediocre things, but like the big giant like, whoa gift comes from us. for that exact reason. And so my kids don't go to school with other kids that are like, guess what I got from Santa? I got my own iPad or whatever. And we're like, wow, we can't do that. I think this will be perfect. But I'm still really bitter about it because I can't think of anything else. And then just the other day, I was like, Charlotte, would you like to build a robot? And she was like, yeah, I want to build a unicorn robot. And I was like, huh. And then last night I looked and I was like, no. Her words, not mine. I was so annoyed. Both sets of grandparents think it's blasphemy to not to do Santa. Like, let us be parents. Well, yeah, grandparents are out there like starting their kids on solids at like 4 months and sending your kid home from their house with like their pockets full of chocolate and everything. Like, grandparents don't have any right. They all put us to sleep on our tummies. It's a wonder any of us survived. Yeah, when my stepmom was here, she tried to put Auden down, and I went in there and Auden was not having it. I don't remember why, but she was like, I tried to put her down. Oh, Auden was fussing, and she was like, can I try? And I said, sure. So I passed Auden off to her, and I went in there and she had Auden wrapped in a blanket, and I was like, no, we don't do blankets. You don't do blankets until they're at least one. They're a SIDS risk. She's in a wearable blanket. She wears a little like zip up, little wearable like Snuggie type deal. Oh my gosh, did I just get somebody? Hoof-hearted in here? Hoof-hearted in here. I'm just gonna call you Hoof. But I am so happy you're here. Thanks for following my channel. Where are you watching from? Do you play games? Because I normally play games. But I actually bought all the ingredients for this for Thanksgiving, and then I ended up not making it for Thanksgiving. So I thought, I've got all the ingredients anyway. Hoof-hearted. For some reason, that made me think of the, why? That made me think of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I was just talking to Charlotte about that the other day. Do you guys think that's too scary for her to see? We were talking about it, she and I, the other day. I was like, I think you'd really like it. But now I'm questioning. Texas, I'm in Texas too. I am in Texas too. Central Texas, that's where we are. We've been in Texas for a long time. We were in Austin for, I don't know. What cracks me up is when people are like, oh, you should be used to snow. I'm like, ma'am, I've lived in Texas for almost 14 years. I am not used to snow. Because I'm originally from Utah. I'm like, no, I am not used to snow anymore. I dumped every memory of snow I ever had when I moved to Texas. It's not entirely true, but. Well, I'm glad you're here. Do you like to bake? I like baking. I don't really like cooking. Okay, tell you what. Is this really hot? No. Good night, bugs. See you later. Okay, I'm gonna like maneuver my camera so you guys can see like the spread. Can I throw a suggestion at you? Can you move the overhead cam to the bottom right? Maybe too late, but the what overhead? The overhead cam? Wait, what? Oh, who farted in here? Got it! I am so smart. Okay, wait, which overhead? Oh, to the right. Yes. You mean like the one with the thingy dingy? Over to the right. Wow. There should be the gray and white chevron striped one. That's brilliant, basically, Dad. Why didn't I think about that? Now you can see my mixer. I took it off in the family room. I thought. Did I not? Is it in our room somewhere? You know what? I think you took it off because I had her in the high chair with it on. I think it's over here on the kitchen chair. It's over here on the kitchen chair. Ah, all the sugar I can't have. So sorry. Okay. Over on that chair that's like pushed in with Stixel's collar on it. Is that it? I can't hear any of my alerts. Sorry. I thought about wearing headphones, but I'm already trailing one cord around and I thought it was probably best not to trail multiples. And I tried pairing my Bluetooth headphones, but they did not work. OBS did not like that. Can you guys believe what's going on with Streamlabs? Man, I'm so glad I made the switch to OBS like a while ago. Streamlabs done messed up. Cupcake. You got your Switch today? Oh, sweet. I talked to myself. I do. Sorry. I keep mixing something, but you can't see it. Thank you for fixing that. For fixing my mixing. I do talk to myself. Sorry. I've been told that's a good thing, though, for streaming. I love watching people cook and eat together. Well, I'm all for that. No mukbang for me. If I pronounced that correctly, I don't know. My first ever baking stream, we actually made Metroid cake balls because I had just finished beating a Metroid game. She talks to herself. It'll pass. Which Switch did you get? Did you get the OLED? I think you did. I know I've asked you that before. This is a lot of icing. Wow. Wow. Got the Switch last night. They ripped some content. Oh, yeah. So Streamlabs, yeah, they basically like plagiarized everything, even down to the testimonials. I haven't watched everything, but all these streamers are doing videos about it and trying to encourage people to move over to OBS Studio. I actually made the switch to OBS Studio a while ago because I realized Streamlabs OBS was using so much CPU and I could not get it to drop below like 70 to 80%. I was so frustrated. I had tried to strip it down as much as I could. I could not figure out why my CPU usage was so high. I think I might have mentioned it. I will say Streamlabs definitely made it easier to get started streaming because they're a little more user-friendly. But once I'd been streaming for a while and understood like how scenes worked and how adding sources worked and all that stuff, I finally realized it was using all that CPU. So I made the switch over to OBS Studio and I'm really happy I did. The only thing I do use for, I use Streamlabs for my alert box because they actually have an alert for when people continue gift subscriptions. And Stream Elements does not. They only have an alert for if you continue a subscription using like tokens or something that I didn't understand. And so I only use Streamlabs alert box. Everything else I use is Stream Elements. And so I kind of feel like I'm not really using Streamlabs, but I don't have another option because Stream Elements doesn't offer that alert. And I had somebody actually do that on stream the other day and I didn't even know it. because I didn't get any sort of alert or anything. I was really sad about it. I reached out to them later. It was Fresh, I think. And I reached out to Fresh later on Twitch and was like, I'm so sorry. I just thought it would, for some reason, I guess I just thought if you continue to give subscription, I didn't think that is separate. I just thought Twitch would recognize that as a subscription. So I just thought I would get a, oh shoot, and Rumi did spoonful of sugar. See, I'm missing this. All right, I need a timer. Yeah, I know how to work my own microwave. So anyway, I felt really bad about that. So I looked around on Stream Elements and I couldn't find anything like that. So I use Streamlabs alert box, and everything else I use is Stream Elements. And so far it's worked and it's been fine, but Stream Elements for me was harder to understand and harder to kind of, their alert box is weird. It's really weird. I'm supposed to talk in a British accent for 3 minutes. That's my spoonful of sugar. I think that happened last time too. But I just don't understand how, Streamlabs OBS didn't think they were gonna get caught. Seems odd to me, but whatever. I don't know. Technically, the renew will pop up in a month when Twitch asks you to share your anniversary, so it works out in the wash. Huh. Well, I don't know. I wanted like an alert. I wanted to be like shown on the screen. I keep switching between British and Australian. What is that? That makes no sense. Doesn't make any sense. When did I start streaming? I don't even remember. I want to say it was before, I think it was before Christmas, because I remember doing a Twitch Sings Christmas. I remember like doing a Twitch Sings Christmas, a couple Christmas streams, and then I got pregnant, and then I miscarried. I don't remember when I started streaming. Yeah, it's like Brit Australian. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know where that comes from. You know what? Yes, I do. That comes from my sister-in-law, who is from South Africa, and she pronounces her O's with an oi sound. So she says no instead of no. But I just listened to the entire Harry Potter series. You'd think I'd have a British accent just like cemented in my mind. Anyway, I do like Stream Elements. I like Stream Elements. I like all the options it offers. It's great and it's free. So there's that. And no, it's lovely. But I do think OBS Studio is harder to get started with and more confusing. Slobs made it a lot easier for me to get started, but once I'd kind of done it for a while, I was able to kind of, you know, make the switch over. And I actually didn't realize, I did not realize I could have taken all my stuff and moved it all as one, because I didn't really realize I could do that in OBS. Oh, Fresh! Now I have to talk like a disappointed granny. I always feel like I have to explain the story behind that. Okay, hold on. Timer, 3 minutes. I have a timer I was gonna set on my thing, and I have yet to do that yet. Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side, get this started. Well, okay. I'm gonna put this over here. My grandma one time, she came to a dinner at her house, and she made this rice, and she was like, it's C Prime, where? Where's C Prime? She's not in here. Anyway, she made this rice, she walked in and she threw the rice on the table and she went, you want some of this rice? It's wild rice, wild rice. She kind of scared me, actually. All right, we're gonna pull out our pretzels. And then we're gonna... I think we should do both. This one's harder. That's not how, it's C prime. That's not how anything goes. What? Disappointed Granny is actually a lot harder to do than I thought. There's certain things that work with Disappointed Granny. Certain things like these pretzels. They look amazing. I'm supposed to be a disappointed granny.
I'm disappointed that you're disappointed.
What? I don't know how to do disappointed granny. Bingo night. Well, that's what a disappointed granny is. When she said beauty school. Why do you want to go to beauty school? I guess I should sound more like the Wicked Witch of the West. It's harder than I thought. It only works for certain things. Now I'm mad about these pretzels, even though they look perfect. We need to do some drizzle. Everything cost 5 cents as a child. When I was your age, I'd walk uphill both ways. Through the snow, carrying all my siblings to beauty school. I think, no. Beauty school. Well, I have news for my grandma. I went to beauty school and I did just fine. So now. My disappointed granny just says, oh, if that's what you think successful means, I guess we can let you. You should do Santa. You don't know what you're doing as far as parenting goes. We know better. We've done it before. We did it before you and you all survived. I feel like I was a really bad disappointed granny. Knit grandchildren's scarves and hats. I'm gonna put these in the microwave for uno momento. Actually, I'm gonna leave it open. I'm gonna put them in for 30 seconds. Sorry, was not my best disappointed granny. Although I will say I have a baby sleeping, so I didn't want to be super loud. Anybody want a pretzel? Pretzel? Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Fresh, so happy you're here. We need to do more disappointed grannies in the future for the practice. I will not be a disappointed granny. I refuse. Beauty school. Why would anybody want to go to beauty school? Disappointed granny, oh my gosh. I walked into that one. Okay, we'll do some green and then we will do some red. What am I looking for? I definitely do need to practice. I don't know if I should call it disappointed granny or if it should just be like Wicked Witch, because they kind of sound the same. I don't want to melt this bag. I need some shortening. I need some shortening, y'all. We're gonna loosen this chocolate up and drizzle. Boop. Oh, crap. No, it's okay. I am going to try to, it's actually, listen, those villain songs are no joke. They are the best. They're so fun to sing. Poor Unfortunate Souls, Mother Knows Best, I've Got Friends on the Other Side. What are the other ones? There's so many good ones. Like Be Prepared, you know? They're so good. They're so good. I'm working on actually trying to figure out a backdrop to put in my streaming room, the office, because I spent all this time making a backdrop for my singing videos in my room, but I did not realize how big of a pain it is to move my computer and my microphone and the lights and all that stuff. And so I'd like to do it all in the same place. So I'm working on trying to hang a backdrop back there, and I think I can do it. What I'd really like is a green screen for my singing videos anyway, and Andrew tells me, you have tried the green screen so many times, but I've never had the right lighting. So I don't know, we'll see if I can make it work. Okay, put your business in a plastic bag, snip off the corner, voila. Oh, I've got chocolate coming through the top. Yes, I do. Oh wow, lots of chocolate coming through the top. I thought I closed this. I am super good at this. Okay. Use a $5 sheet and some $10 lamps. Yep, see, I know it. I do need to go get more green fabric though. Is this? I don't know if this is quite runny enough. Every day I'm drizzling. Oh no, that's just shortening. Okay. Ah. I don't think the colored candy melts taste as good, but they're cute. I mean, they taste fine. Ooh, very sugary though, wow. Wow. I'm really surprised Charlotte hasn't come in here. I thought for sure everybody would want to be in the kitchen. I did tell Andrew, you guys need to stay out of the kitchen. Well, that one looks terrible. I was like, I'm not gonna kick you out of the kitchen, but green poster board. I have so much space to cover because that camera is so wide angle that it covers so much of that room. That's my other problem. I don't have like a border that I feel like works very well for my singing videos. So I was just gonna use the entire camera and just put a backdrop over the whole, you know, the whole back of the office. Because I just can't find a webcam border that I like. I really like my one I have for my gaming streams, but for the music ones, I just don't like. I haven't found anything I really like. And I'd really like to be able to use OBS Studio because if I'm gonna do like, there are people who have duets on YouTube, and if I'm gonna try and like sing along with those duets, I feel like it would be wise to have YouTube or to use OBS Studio so I can just I can like maneuver the camera and the web capture, the webcam or the browser capture or whatever. Anyway, it's a work in progress. I'll make it happen. Okay, done with green. Marquet! Oh yeah, Marquet's here. Everybody say hello to Marquet. Man, my singing is off today. I can't ever sing when I'm just chatting with anybody because I've got music in my head. But right now, I don't hear anything. We are making Christmas goodies. How are you, Marquet? Are you ready for the holidays? Holiday stress sucks. I actually don't really like what Christmas has become, so commercialized. Weird though, I went to Lowe's yesterday and all their Christmas stuff was gone already. They had one tree that was just for decoration. And then they had like a little tiny Santa next to it. And they maybe had 2 Santas left on the shelf and that was it. I expected to walk in there and be like faced with blow ups and Christmas trees and lights and all sorts of stuff. And I was actually kind of looking forward to showing Auden. And they didn't have any of that. I was shocked. Honestly, if you are going to do any sort of like Christmas treat dipping with candy melts, I would highly suggest just using white chocolate and then using food coloring. I don't feel like I said, I don't feel like the colored candy coating tastes as good, but been busy trucking as it's that special time of year. Special, that's a word for it. It is a special time of year, but it can be so stressful that it's not even fun. And then when you have like kids in school and you've got concerts, and apparently like I'm supposed to come up with some present for her teacher or something. Maybe I'm just, like I think back to my mom. When my mom was teaching, she taught first grade for years. And I just think about all the presents she used to get. She used to get so many presents. Her students found out she really liked Mountain Dew. Man, they ran with that. Mountain Dew and Reese's. They found out she liked Mountain Dew and Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh my gosh, we were drowning in Mountain Dew. So, I mean, Christmas is great, but it's turned into this. Anders' problem with Christmas gift giving is he says, and I agree, he says, you should give a gift to somebody. And I think Michael actually kind of feels this way as well. Maybe I'm wrong. But you give a gift because you want to give a gift to somebody. And gifts should be personable and they should, or personal, and they should be, meaningful. And if you give a gift to somebody simply because they gave a gift to you, it kind of takes away the feeling of it, I guess. And so Ander doesn't like the whole like, oh, well, she gave us a gift, so I feel like we have to get her something. And I kind of agree with him. You should give a gift because you want to. And if somebody, I busted this. Did it melt? I'm bleeding. I am so funny. Oh, it's busted up at the top there. Okay, I see. Oh no, it just kind of squeezed out. Okay. But I've had to just kind of learn in my life to be like, wow, thanks for the gift, and to not feel obligated to give every single person that gives me a gift back. I have step siblings and they used to try and give us Christmas presents, and it always made me feel really uncomfortable because I was like, I didn't buy for them. And Ander was like, if that wasn't part of the plan, like for them to give you presents and stuff, or for you to exchange gifts, then if they want to give you gifts, great. And if not, you know, that's kind of on them. And I felt so guilty. And Andrew was like, you really, he said, that is what I despise the most about this season, is feeling guilty about giving gifts to somebody. Yeah. This is almost like pink. Almost. I haven't even tasted one of these. I hope they taste good. After doing all this work. I think I added more shortening to these ones, and I think it's better. I still haven't decided what game I'm going to play next. I just don't know. Nah. An easier way to do this is just to use an old squeeze bottle, but then you have chocolate left in a squeeze bottle and it's kind of hard to reheat, and bags are kind of easier. The worst is when someone gives you a gift specifically to guilt you into giving one back. That is truly the worst. That's terrible. How was Little Nightmares? Okay, so Little Nightmares was, first of all, I don't know if I ever would have actually played Little Nightmares. This is where going into a game blind did kick me in the behind, because had I known it was about little kids, probably would not have played it. I didn't realize there would be kind of, well, I don't really necessarily want to spoil it for anybody, but I did not realize it involved small children. Now, your character's a small child, so you'd think I would have been like, duh, but I literally I never even saw an ad for it. I only heard about it from my brother. My brother said it was great, said it was awesome. So I kind of assumed it would be fine. First time I played it, I was legitimately frightened, and also just really disturbed. Lots of weird kind of, it's just creepy, really, really creepy, unexplained stuff. But then the second time I played it with my brother in the room, and it was an entirely different experience because he was making all these funny jokes and we were laughing, and it was great. I actually had a really great time. And had he been there the first time, it probably would have been different for sure. So then we did that stream together, and then he left. He was here for Thanksgiving, and then he left, and then I decided to try the DLC by myself, and I played through the first chapter. I guess there are 3 chapters of the DLC, and I played through the first chapter by myself, and that's when I tapped out. I did it and was just not, it just wasn't fun anymore. I was just kind of like, I'm not into this anymore. I'm not really having fun. I'm kind of dreading going back to it, and that's how you know it's just not fun anymore. It's time to quit. So I haven't gone back and tried any more of the DLC. Something about the DLC was more, I don't know. There was one part in particular, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't done the DLC yet. So, but that was just my opinion. So I finished that first part. I did finish the actual game. So I was proud of myself that I actually finished the whole game, beat the game. You know, I didn't get all of the extra things or whatever. But I was proud of myself that I at least finished it. It was a blast with my brother, but you know what? Any game would have been a blast because my brother's funny and he's clever and he just comes up with the funniest things. But it was easier for me to play it with him in the room. I think it would have been easier to play it with anybody in the room, but he was just so funny. I have a highlight video on my YouTube channel of all of his little anecdotes and stuff. It was impossible trying to edit it all down. But like I said, had I known it had to do with like little kids, I don't think I would have played it at all, but I didn't know that. I went in blind and I paid for it. So anyway, I finished it and I did it, but, so then I played Gris on the Switch, and that was a lovely experience. It only took me 2 streams. It was great. I loved it. Fabulous. I cried. It was great. And now I don't really know. Basically, Dad says Final Fantasy 14. Oh, but then I have to... I don't know. Do you have to play multiplayer? Or can you play alone? I've never played any other Final Fantasy 7s. Final Fantasies. I always say, that rolls off the tongue. Final Fantasy 7 totally rolls off the tongue. And I'm playing the remake right now anyway. The characters are so strange, but I love how it's been made. Agreed. That long-armed boy. He was quite the boy. And what did my brother call them? Frumpy flesh fold twins. I mean, it was... I don't necessarily want to say I regret playing it, because I did enjoy it for the most part, but I kind of wish I hadn't done the DLC. I do kind of regret playing the DLC, but the DLC was creepy. Oh man, was it creepy. And they managed to make it creepy in a different way than the original. They did a really good job with it, I will say that, but you have to play with people, but only periodically. I don't want to play with people. Wait, Final Fantasy X. That's not the one with the monkey tail, right? That's Final Fantasy IX. Because 8 is the one with Squall, right? I forget about Final Fantasy. I also have never finished Final Fantasy Tactics. I have Final Fantasy Tactics on my PlayStation 3, but I have yet to finish it. I loved it in the beginning, and then my disc got weird, and I had a hard time. It wouldn't load, and after a while, I just kind of lost interest because I couldn't. I've got an ad starting soon. Apologies to everybody. I'm gonna eat these 2 lone white chocolate covered pretzels. I wish I could share them. I wish you could all come over to my house and have white chocolate covered pretzels and cinnamon roll sugar cookie bars. Most of my games have taken a back seat now. Halo is out, and that's right. I forgot about Halo. Final Fantasy X will make me feel really good. You know what's really good? Is that the one with the blonde guy? That's not Cloud? I literally know nothing about the Final Fantasy, like, world. How can they all be Final Fantasy when none of them are the Final Fantasy? That's what Andrew wants to know. He's like, but this is Final Fantasy VII. Titus? He's a bit weird. I hear he has a crazy laugh. My friend who used to stream, Marissa, she told me he has a crazy laugh. I'm assuming that's on PS4. Maybe PS3. I'm playing the Final Fantasy VII remake on PS4 right now. Honestly, if I had my way, I would stream Horizon Zero Dawn, but it's too big of a game. I just don't stream often enough. It would take us so long to make through it. So I'm either gonna have to just play that on my own or wait until I have more time to stream. I don't really know. I'd really love to do that one. It's been a long time since I played that one, but I don't know. Because I have a couple kind of lined up on like the Switch. I can't even pronounce that name. Want popularity? Yes, but also no. Hiranobu Sakaguchi made Final Fantasy as his final project, but it blew up. Oh, that's right. That's why it's called Final Fantasy. I do remember this now. I remember this story because we looked that up when Andrew was like, I don't know, I don't get it. It's Final Fantasy. It should be final. I I don't know. I haven't really, I mean, I've kind of thought about it, but I have time because my next stream won't be until Sunday night anyway. So I have time to think about it. I just rubbed my mic, sorry. I don't know. I've got some Switch games, but I hadn't even really considered PlayStation games or like newer PlayStation games. I really honestly never look for games on the PlayStation, ever. I only ever look in the Nintendo eShop. That's it. That's the only place I look for games. And I forget. I have to change my setup a little bit. But, Final Fantasy X. Because I would, if I'm being honest, I would like to play a game I haven't played before. Final Fantasy XII is in the same world as Tactics. Is it the same type of game where you're like looking down at almost like a checkerboard? I completely. Look who it is!
Are they done yet?
It's C Prime. Can you say it's prime time?
Yes.
What, the chocolate covered pretzels?
Yeah.
Or the sugar cookie bars?
The sugar cookie.
They are done. You want a piece?
Yeah.
You can be our taste test. Let me grab it. Hold on. Hold on. Let them dry. Let them harden. What are those?
They're called my sandals.
Okay.
Did it for you.
We're going to give you a tiny little piece because you are a tiny little person.
I'm 7 years old.
Yeah, you're still a tiny person. And this is a heck of a lot of sugar, yo.
Okay.
Okay, we've got like the crumb shot. Whoa, where's my camera? There we go.
What is this?
Would you like one? Are you dipping pretzels over there? Everybody come to my house. I actually rarely ever bake. Hardly ever. My mother-in-law always has cookies, something, cake, something, always out on her table. This hasn't cooled all the way, so it's not all. She's probably hungry. I'm gonna have a tiny little one. Meep. Meep is our sound effect for something tiny around here. 12 is the first major break. Ah. It is the good. It's the first major break from turn-based battles. It's a bit kooky, but PS2's last Final Fantasy VII, it is beautiful.
Hey, I think you're really cool. I like you a lot.
Okay, wait.
Maybe we can hang out.
Hotro Bubba. I love that name. I love everybody's Twitch handles. They're so great. Welcome. Hotro Bubba. Oh, I need to fix that. It just looks like it says Susie G Love. I meant for an emote, but it didn't actually work. We're not gonna put those in there just yet.
I have one.
You may have one. Well, now I have food for that. I'll have to think. Hot Rob. Oh yeah, Hot Rob Bubba. Got it. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for following my channel. Baking streams, holy cow, that's so sugary. I can't even handle it. Woo, child, that is some heavy duty sugar. That is some shug to the max. I normally do games, but every once in a while I'll do a baking stream. Change it up a little bit.
Can we have cheese shells for dinner?
We're having chili for dinner tonight. That is true. I'll get you cereal when I'm done streaming, okay? I'm almost done. It's 2:30.
Sign off.
Getting close to it.
What are you doing?
We're just chatting at this point. I made my business. Got all the things done. That I wanted to. And now I'm gonna have a super sugary, insane dessert sitting in my fridge. So way to go, me. Honestly, I've been thinking about starting Death's Door on the Switch.
What?
Something about that has been like calling to me.
What are you talking about?
This guy right here. But I haven't made my decision yet. I'd like to do something I haven't played before, but I also have the original Final Fantasy VII on my mind, but I don't know if you guys want me to play that unless I have a full cast. It's just a lot of voice acting, which is fine. I just wondered if you guys were like, am I making this up? Is that all in my head that needs to be part of it? Maybe I need to like lower my expectations. You don't know anything about Death's Door? I don't know how long it is. I've heard great things about it though. It's got really great reviews. It was originally released on Steam, but they released it just a couple weeks ago on the Switch. I don't know anything about it other than it's gotten great reviews. It's all in my head.
I'm looking up games on sale to see if there's any that you're interested in. Could you put on?
How about you and I do that together when I'm done? Sound like a plan? Because like I said, I'd like to play a game that I haven't ever played before, but at the same time, I also have Final Fantasy on my radar. I like the remake, but it's been a long time since I've played the original, and I know that's kind of a classic, and it's kind of dear to everybody's heart. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, like I said. And actually, I was kind of panicking yesterday because I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm supposed to stream tomorrow. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna do a baking stream, start a new game? And I didn't want to be rushed into buying a new game or starting a new game or whatever. So I decided, since I had all the ingredients, to bake today. And I'm glad I did because I forgot that there are other Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy X is fully voice acted. Yeah, so is the remake. And like I said, I'm finding myself becoming more and more irritated with the deviations from the script and like from the story and from just weird things they added, weird things they did, dumb reactions that are so unrealistic. I don't know. Death's Door is great. Oh, really? You've watched a couple friends play? I gotta give water to my dog, hold on. Yeah, it seems like it's a really good one. So that's kind of been on my radar. I don't know how long it is. I don't know. I'll have to think a little bit more about it. Sorry, I know I'm out of camera. But I have time. I also am open to suggestions for Channel Point community challenges and giveaways. I think I need to start offering some giveaways. I'm not really sure what to give away. I could make bleach t-shirts and offer giveaways, or I can even do like a baking stream and make some cookies and offer that as a giveaway as well. And like just ship them. The only problem is customs. If somebody wins the giveaway that lives over in like the UK or something, I don't know. Customs are weird. So I'm kind of thinking about things I could potentially give away, or, you know, because I also know Stream Elements, this is something that was new to me. I found out Stream Elements has this loyalty program, and like everybody here has tons of loyalty points, but I haven't ever set up the loyalty system, so I've never actually utilized them or anything. So I'm not really sure how to get that all set up, but it's obviously already collecting points for everybody. But I assume they're kind of like channel points, and you know, you collect them via the Stream Elements like chatbot or whatever. So I need to look more into that. But yeah, I have some things to think about. I got to figure out what I'm gonna play next and kind of, oh, and then going into the new year, my stream schedule will change just a little bit. I will have to move my streaming to probably Thursdays rather than Wednesday afternoons, but my Sunday nights should stay the same. Our church schedule is actually changing this next year. I think we're moving up to noon. Normally our church is at 1:30 right now, but every year all the congregations that meet in one building, they shuffle. So we'll be moving up to noon. I don't think that'll make a huge difference because Ander is gonna have meetings every once in a while anyway, and the only like surefire way for me to stream on Sunday nights is to do it after the girls are in bed. So I don't know, but that will probably change come the new year. Can you believe that? We're almost in 2022. Oh, stress. Not stress, but like, wow. But you know what? This happens every single time it's a new year. We're always like, whoa, I can't believe it's been a whole year. What? Time passed normally like it usually does. I can't believe it. Well, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for the follows. Thank you so much for the subscriptions, and Jordachi for your gift. You guys are so kind, and you're kind to me. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate your guys' love, and I think about you guys all the time. You are a main reason I am able to work through a lot of the bad days I have. So I'm really appreciative of that. My next stream will definitely be a gaming stream, though I don't know what yet. I don't even know if I'll put it on Discord. Maybe it'll just be a surprise. I don't know. I have lots of thinking to do. But I'm gonna sign off now. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning and put all my pretzels. I'm actually sending those pretzels to somebody. So I'm gonna put all my pretzels in a little tin and get all my business cleaned up. But what is it? It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Everybody have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your day. Thanks for baking and streaming and planning a trip to Dallas and for playing Final Fantasy X/12. I know. I need to, no, we are meeting up in New Braunfels at the giant Buc-ee's. Listen, New Braunfels, well, that's on the way down to San Antonio. And we could go either one. Technically, our temple is technically the San Antonio temple, but it kind of depends on scheduling. But I think we will probably try to. Yes, good night, Marquet. I need to write all these games down. I'm gonna make a list. I made a list a while ago, but I made a list based on category followers on Twitch, games I was interested in that had, and their category followers and whatnot. I haven't ever made a list of games that literally just I am interested in streaming. So I'm gonna have to add those. Rumi, move closer. I know, Rumi's like clear way out. Remember when I thought Rumi lived like super close to Dallas? I am so smart geographically. I got it. Anyway, everybody enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see all of you at 7:30 p.m. Central Time this Sunday. If you have not already, feel free to join my Discord. We have a really good time there. It's always family friendly, happy, wholesome place. And it's pretty active. It's a great supportive place. Your sister just moved to Austin. Well, okay, that does change things. That definitely changes things. But I'm gonna get some cleaning done, and I will see all of you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. Adios.